time you're giving us to talk to us.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright. Date is March 6, 2024. Time is 9:06 a.m. You're at myself, Detective Boris, Detective Smallwood, and Frank. Spell your last name for me.
Peralta.
And what's your birthday?
June 16th, 1990.
Okay. And I have your phone number. All right. So I'm sure you're aware of the reason why we're here. We're doing an investigation of the death of a young lady named Madeline Soto.
Oh yeah, I found out real late in the game. So I only found out like 4 days ago.
Gotcha.
I was just sitting in the back smoking a cigarette, going through Google News, and then all of a sudden that popped up. Like, holy shit. I would have never expected a day in my life to do something like that.
Right.
I have heard other people come out and talk on these interviews on YouTube. What they say, how they know Stephan, was completely different how I knew Stephan. So,
how did you know Stephan?
I met him like 3 years ago. I got into a game called Warhammer.
Okay.
And it was just like you painted models and like things like that, and you played them on the table.
Right.
And I got along with him right away. And I was like, okay. And he smoked a little weed, so I was like, okay, someone I can smoke a little weed with and hang out with and play some of this game with and bullshit with. So, and he didn't seem like weird. He never gave me those vibes at all. But like things recently, you know, things he said like clicked in my brain, like, you know, they weren't together. So I don't understand why they're saying they're boyfriend, girlfriend. They weren't in a relationship. He moved back here because they had broken up.
When did he move back here?
He moved back here like 4 months ago. He wasn't living there. So he went there to visit for something. Like even before they were together, he would go there periodically. This has to be. He moved there 2 years ago, so that would be 2022. So 2021. He would go there like once a month, twice a month. He would go up there and go visit Jen in Kissimmee.
When's the last time you saw him down here?
I actually hung out with him. When did this happen? What date? Like
the beginning of last week.
Beginning of last week. So I guess maybe a weekend or two before he came out with us. I introduced him to 2 friends. We went to Dean's downtown to Punta Gorda, hung out. Everything was cool. Even my 2 friends liked him. So that was the last time I seen him. And then I was wondering why I haven't heard from him, because usually he would come here or hang out.
Did he talk about Jen or?
Yeah, he talked about Jen decently, yeah. But he talked about that, he was talking about that girl more recently, like, towards this happening. So it's like he was more upset that, because they created such a strong bond. Now I know what that strong bond meant.
So he would talk more about Jen's daughter. Matt, what would he say about her?
Nothing, just like he felt bad for her, and supposedly they still had contact in between of them, like him not living there anymore.
Gotcha.
And supposedly when he lived there 2 years ago, because I kept contact with Stephan, he had visited one time. They were broken up within like the first 6 months of him living there, so he was living at the house with them when they were not in a relationship. So, did
he say why he would go back and visit?
He would go back to visit Jen and the daughter. So.
How would he refer to Jen's daughter? By name? Just by?
My girlfriend's daughter, Madeline, stepdaughter, sometimes. Things like that.
And how did he describe his relationship with her?
It was a strong bond. They had a strong bond.
Okay. How did he describe his relationship with Jen?
Didn't really describe the relationship they ever had. Okay. Honestly. They were just a couple.
Gotcha. Where was he living when he was down here?
Parents.
With his parents' house?
Yeah, I've only been there one time. We weren't really allowed there.
Why not?
I don't know. His mom bred poodles, so the house is packed with dogs.
Right.
And I only been there one time, and his room was a disaster. Like it was like unkept. I mean, I was like, whoa.
Is that the type of person he is? Is he kind of like a messy person, or?
He didn't seem like that to me, because I mean, all those Warhammer things, that was like complete organization. So for the room to be like that was like a throw off. Like, well, why is it like there's soda cans and candy everywhere? And it's like, I mean, I know he took Adderall, so I mean, he was up all times of the hours. He wouldn't wake up every day until like 4:30, 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30 every single day, which is always weird to me because dude's almost 40, doesn't work, but has money to buy all these expensive Warhammer things.
Do you know where he gets his money from?
That I don't know. I always wondered where the heck he get. I mean, maybe I thought he was maybe good at saving money, but like, I mean, how could someone save that much money that they have enough money for 3 years? Mm-hmm. You know, so.
Now you mentioned he was taking Adderall. Was it typical from the time during the time that you've known him to be up all night?
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. When he came back, he lost a lot of weight. So.
Any idea what other medicine he was taking?
Ativan, and I recently added messed up, and I don't know because I read a couple documents on there, and I don't know if the letter category F means the girl was unconscious or anything, but in recent days, he talked about how strong that sleeping medicine was and how safe it was. So,
and who does he take that medication, or is he saying?
I don't know if he takes his sleeping medicine. That I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that I don't know. I've never even seen. I know he takes the Adderall. I've never seen him take the Ativan either. But I know he takes the Adderall. I've seen him take that.
Got it. Did when he lived down here, when they were split up, did he have a girlfriend or anything like that down here? Was he dating anybody, seeing anybody, or
no?
Okay. We'll catch him again.
So, what is this Warhammer? We've heard this a couple different times. I understand it's some type of game.
Yeah, it's a game.
And everyone keeps saying it's expensive.
It's real expensive.
What is it?
Expensive. I got out of it because of how expensive it is.
Okay, explain to us what expensive is.
I mean, dude, it cost me a couple $1,000s within, 6 months. It cost me at least $2,000 with the play that thing. So he had 3 whole armies. So I mean, you're talking. You only need 2,000 points to play one game. So 2,000 points equals how much? Like what the character is. So the character could be 3 points, 5 points, things like that. 10 points, 30 points, 50 points. He had 2 full armies that were 4,000 points plus.
Okay.
So just those alone, paints, characters, everything to put that together, man, that's real expensive.
Okay, and
he wasn't working.
Does Warhammer have like kind of its own community?
Yeah, everyone. Even I was talking to a couple guys from it, and they're like, what the hell, they're.
And where would these communities be on? Like Reddit, Discord?
I don't do any of that. So I met guy. I had commented on a Facebook post that I saw, like for a comic shop, and then somebody messaged me, and he was like, "Hey, you want to come check it out and like learn about it?" And I was like, "Cool, all right." And that's when I met Stephan. He was already there playing at the shop.
Okay. Do you have Reddit?
No.
Do you have Discord?
No.
Do you know Stephan to have those things?
Stephan has Reddit, for sure.
Yeah, what makes you say that?
He used to always tell me to go on Warhammer, like the Warhammer things, and go check for Reddit and stuff like that and Discords.
Okay, explain to us what Discord is.
To me, on Xbox I have it, but it's like you can find people to play like. We have used it to find people to play Call of Duty, like Warzone, sorry. So you can like find people to join in the chat with you, depending on how many players, like you can go to like different chats in like 3P, 4P, so you can get 4 players, 2 players, 2 players, and then someone random would hop in there and say, "Hey, I'm ready, I'll play a game with you," and then okay, cool, and then you start up a match. That's the only instance I know that stuff for.
Okay, do you know anyone that would know if he has a Discord?
No, I don't know. Because I don't even know any. I only know Stephan. I don't know if Stephan even has any other friends like that.
Okay, I didn't know if you had mutual friends from here.
No, only the other 2 guys is the guy who invited me to Warhammer, and the other guy that he's supposedly recently with. I don't want to say names because I don't know if they want to be like named out or anything like that and bothered. One kid, his mom was like really sick with cancer, so I don't want to get But I talked to him recently, and I was the only one Stephan told for like a really long time that he was even back. So, but
why would he keep that secret?
I don't know. I always found that weird. Why would we want to go play Warhammer and see all those guys again?
Have you ever met Jen?
Twice on FaceTime.
And what was the context of?
Stephan was just talking to her. He was here. We were playing Warhammer. And he just took a break, talked to her, and that was really it.
Okay. During those, do you remember when that was?
Oh, that was before he moved there. So he moved there like 2022 around that time. So I don't know, maybe within 6 months, 6 to 8 months prior, I guess.
And I think I already asked it, but did he tell you what kind of relationship him and Jen had? Was it a good relationship, or?
I mean, if he was moving there, I guess, because they were doing like long distance and stuff like that. So I mean, I guess it was pretty good. I guess.
Now it seems like you're pretty good friends with Stephan. So, did he ever have any kind of sexual conversation with you, like, "Hey, this chick's hot," or anything like that?
Never.
Not.
Ever,
I'm not talking about just kids. I'm just talking about women.
No. That never. Definitely not that, because I would have lost my mind. So, like, he would have never been allowed in this house ever. I don't condone that behavior.
Even if he made comments like that about adult females.
He didn't at all. That's what I'm saying. Never. We were at Dean's, and older woman, a cougar or whatever, came up and was 100% hitting on him, and he was single at that time, and I was like, you should go for that, and he showed zero interest. I was like, I was always that threw me off a little bit, but now it doesn't throw me off because of what's transpired.
But he didn't talk to you about the relationship him and Jen had?
No, they didn't. He just told, like, last time I talked to him, I said, how's it going over there? Oh, we broke up. And he was living there still. So that was very weird to me. But why would you want to live in a place where you and the person aren't any longer in a romantic relationship for? But now it makes sense why he was staying there.
Did he ever talk to you? Did he ever tell you why he would go visit Jen?
Yeah, to go see Jen and the kid. Because he was there all the time, and he built a relationship with him.
When he said that they had split up, but he was still living there, did he tell you how that living arrangement was?
I'd like to say he told me there was an extra bedroom.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what he said. I don't know the apartment, so I don't know what it looks like in there, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said to me. I don't think he would have been staying on the couch. That would have really made no sense to me, but I'm pretty sure he said there was an extra bedroom in there.
Okay, did Jen ever come visit him down here? Do you know?
No, she never came down here. No. But she definitely provided him Adderall. That I know. She definitely, when he would run out, she definitely once or twice has provided him with Adderall. So.
Did he ever mention if Jen had any roommates or anything like that?
No. I've never heard anything. He didn't really explain much of anything. Just that he was going out with this girl, that they had broken up within like 6 months of him moving in there, and then he still lived there until, roughly 3-4 months ago. He moved back to his parents.
Okay. And you said the last time you actually spoke with him was when?
Like a weekend or two before this actually happened. So
now, was that via text or?
I can actually look it up right now. It's not on my phone from him, but I'm talking to my buddy Duke.
It was weird. It's like the first time I've seen Stephan socialize outside of the game.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? Let me see if Stephan wants. Only thing I know of Stephan socializing was coming to this house and playing some card games and stuff like that, or going to the comic shop.
Yeah, it was surprising when I went.
Yeah.
Watch out, Loki.
Okay. So, what date was... February 18th was a Sunday, right? I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Yeah. So I hung out with him February 17th.
No, was it Sunday or Saturday?
That was a Saturday, because February 18th was a Sunday.
Okay. When's the last time you guys conversed over the phone, or how would you guys talk? Via text, phone calls, Snapchat, or whatever?
Text.
Okay.
Yeah, and
do you still have any of those texts on your
No.
phone?
No.
Why not?
I work, so my phone gets tons and tons of texts. I get over 3,000 texts a week. So I can't. Once a week, I delete all my text messages because I get so many. So it's hard for me to even flip back things. If I was to flip back to things to me and my wife talked about, it would take me a month just to go back a week.
Got it.
So
what do you do for work?
I'm an irrigation technician.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So So you know a little bit about his parents, and they breed poodles.
Yeah, I know his dad.
You know where
does.
they live?
Northport. I can't tell you the name of the block. I've literally been there once.
Okay, so you have been there.
Yeah.
Do you know them to own any other properties?
No, I don't even, I've heard things on these YouTube things, and, it surprised me a couple things. Like, they're supposedly mom paid someone off or something like that. Yeah, I
we
never
just
heard
wanna
these
know
things.
what
Like,
you know.
Yeah.
nothing about them. I've met them one time.
Do you know if they rent anything?
No. That's what I'm saying. I don't know anything about them.
Okay.
I've met them.
You don't
one
know
time.
them to own a storage unit, anything like that?
No. I've literally met them one time. I've met the dad. I've shook his hand once. I've met his mom. I've said hello to her once. And I was in there for maybe 15 minutes, and we left because of how loud it was because of the poodles.
Okay. For Warhammer, is there like a username and stuff for that? Gamer tag?
No, it's just Stephan.
Okay.
Yeah, you go by your first name. It's not like anything like that.
So Warhammer's not online. It's like a
No, it's
game
actual
person.
in-person game.
Oh, okay. Now
That's when you said Discord or Reddit for it. No, like maybe a Reddit kid, you can like buy and sell them on Reddit or something like that. He's always told me to go check that out. But I've never been much of a Reddit user, honestly. I've tried.
I didn't know if it was kind of like a World of Warcraft or something like that. Isn't that online?
Yeah, no, it's not like
It's
that.
not like
No.
that.
It's just an actual. You paint this stuff and you're on the table playing. There's like a mat and it's like things like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I better understand.
Yeah, no. This is like an in-person game, just kind of like Magic the Gathering or like a Pokemon cards game, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is like actual like models that you build and put together and
like
paint and like that's why it's so expensive.
That's why it's so expensive, because you buy them in little packs and then you individually paint each one. So you gotta buy the paints and all the brushes.
Yeah, a pack is minimum.
And then you would
$40.
battle somebody?
Yeah.
On the table.
Yeah, and roll dice.
Make,
roll
like,
dice.
little
Choose what like attack you're gonna do and things
Cars
like that.
and stuff like war vehicles and stuff like that.
Okay.
Just because I'm recording this and your name is
Oh, sorry.
That's my
Brittany.
wife.
Brittany. What's your last name?
@ATZ.
Okay. And you guys are husband and wife?
I mean, we've
Not
been
legally.
together, not legally, but we've been
Boyfriend,
together
girlfriend,
for a long time. 10 years
Okay.
plus. So
What's your date of birth?
June 16th, 1990.
Frank, June 16, 1990?
Yeah.
And yours, Brittany?
February 27th, 1989.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the reason I called because I was one of the last person that I'm pretty sure he saw before this all happened. So I mean, I can only tell you what.
Did he tell you he was going to Kissimmee?
He was supposed to go to Kissimmee that weekend that we hung out on the 17th.
Why didn't
But
he
then
go?
didn't. So he was like, I don't know, I'll let you know. And I was like, okay. And he's like, all right, I'm not gonna go. I'll come hang out.
Did he say why?
Nope. Nope. But he was talking about that girl that day, how they supposedly still had contact, and
Why would he bring her up? Like, how would
like it
that
was
conversation
like
even start?
they were talking about the breakup, him and my friend, and then that girl just came up out of it. Like, oh, he was sad that or like upset because they had created such a strong bond or something like that.
So
now
he-
that seems weird to me. Then it didn't really seem weird to me because it was just like, okay, you were with this person for a while, you lived there. This is a child.
So he was telling you, and correct me if I'm wrong, that he was upset that him and Jen broke up because he created
Well,
such
yeah,
a strong
me
bond
and the
with.
person that were here that I had introduced him when we were gonna go out. That, yeah.
But that was the context of his conversation: is that he was upset that him and Jen broke up or breaking up,
Yeah.
broke up because he was upset about the strong bond that he created with Maddie.
Yeah, and but now we know it's not a bond. It's fucking sick. So.
Right, it seems so innocent when it's just said without context. Like, if
Yeah.
I was in a relationship with somebody long term, several years, and now their kid, we're splitting up, of course I'm going to miss that kid. But now with the context, it just seems.
Hindsight's 2020, right?
Right, exactly. When you talk it, it's just regular, it seems so innocent.
Right.
And when he sent me this, I was like, what? Is that. What? I mean, my kids love him. He's,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I never would have thought in a million years Stephan would have been capable of this type of behavior.
Right. This one, I was watching the video. I had
Yeah, I was
close
like,
on his face, and he's
yeah.
like, "Oh, that's nothing. Daddy's friend." I'm like, "Yeah, he's in trouble." And just kind of left it at that. 'cause-
Now let me ask you this: since you opened that can of worms, has he ever been alone with your child?
No. But that makes me wonder now. It's like, because Stephan used to give me a lot of free things, like, you know, cards and
Like
these
Doodle
Blood
Pad
Bowl
for
characters, a pad. Like, was he trying to groom, like, get me comfortable enough for me to be like, hey, I gotta go to the store real quick, I'll be right back. You know, like, that's in the back of my mind too, because it's just sick. I would have never expected this, because I would have never been friends with somebody that does these type of things.
Right.
You know?
Right, we can't even go to Walmart without him being like, "Get away from my kids."
Yeah.
To random just old people just trying to be nice.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's honestly really sick, and it's
why it's so
upsetting. Like,
sweet.
every time I see those pictures of him online, it's like, it rattles my brain. Like, how didn't I know this person is doing these things?
Gotcha.
Did he ever talk about, as far as when he would go to Kissimmee and stay with Jen and Maddie, his sleeping arrangements?
It's saying he told me there was a spare bedroom there. That's what I'm saying. Like, when they broke up, I'm sure. I mean, to
But
me,
even,
my
even
mind-
when they were together.
I mean, to me, he didn't tell me anything about that. But you know, my assumption would be he'd be staying in the room with her. You know, that's just usually what people in a relationship
her
do.
as being Jennifer.
Yeah.
I know you said that you knew him to take Adderall.
Yeah.
Did you know him to take anything else?
No, I mean the time we went out, we just smoked a little pot and we had a couple beers.
I'm talking about prescriptions.
No. I don't know anything else about it. Like, I tell you, I know he had a prescription for Adderall, Ativan, and then in recent days he talked about Lunesta.
Do you know what those are?
Adderall is an ADHD medication.
Right.
Ativan is a benzodiazepine, which is for anxiety and things like that. Which I thought was weird to be prescribed with Adderall because they kind of combat each other. So it can make you go into psychosis and things like that. And the Lunesta I know is for sleep.
Okay. Has anybody reached out to you since all this has happened?
Like
about
anybody
it?
of him? I only talked to two guys from Warhammer. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has Jen reached out to you?
No, I don't know. I don't know her like that.
Okay.
Like I said, I've only met her on FaceTime, so I've never met her personally, face to face, anything like that.
Okay. Now he says he takes sleeping medication, but yet he's continuously up all night.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what I'm
normal?
saying. And then he would sleep all day. Like all day. You couldn't get in touch with Steph until like at least 5 o'clock. Like the earliest, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then he'd take you out.
Okay.
I don't have anything else.
All right. Do you swear and affirm that everything you told us today is the truth, best on your knowledge? So help you God.